I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Bills going up against the Texans.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. And tough starting field position here. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now Taylor back into his end zone. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. He's got daylight. The 40, the 30, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Charles Clay, 99 yards, and the Bills have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Carry for Lamar Miller. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Let's go. Here's Watson. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A first down carry now for Miller. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Watson now to throw. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Watson on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense.
They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll start on the ground with the core. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
So 2nd and 10 here. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Taylor to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. And now out comes Houston. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now it's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Let's go!
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, Watson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And his kick here is good. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Room here to run. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big run there by McCoy. 52 yards on the ground. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Here we go! Let's round! Let's round!
2nd and 10 now, it's Taylor. Left side here, caught by Clay. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's go! 1-9!
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Here's Watson now on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Second down, it's McCoy. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, Taylor. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Patrick DeMarco, the fullback, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete.
Let's go!
On the counter, here's McCoy. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go! Ohio!
Operating from the gun. Taylor flushed out right. And some room to roam now. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Come on, let's go!
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Here we go!
On 1st and 10, Watson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. On 1st down, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of...
There was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go! 1-9!
To throw on second is Watson. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They're in the 2nd quarter at Heinz Field. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Come on, let's go.
On 3rd down, Miller. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is right there. It's good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here.
Here we go. Flex round.
Taylor now. From the gun, he'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
Taylor operating from the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand Ohio.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the break. Watson on the right side. This is Miller. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. The Jets are out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Watson on first down. And right with it here over the middle. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
Here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
And finding Fedorowicz. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw is Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, 29 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Here we go.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. To the ground, this time Lynch. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Let's go.
3rd and 2, Watson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Shane Leckler now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. From midfield now, here's Taylor. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
If the post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
And now a first down following that long gain. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Whitney Merciless leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Final minute now of the third quarter. Tenth carry now for McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he is knocked down from the side at the 16. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got it from going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go.
They begin with a run by Miller. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Seven yards to go on 2nd down.
Let's go. Red 38.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. second down. Here's Watson. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. This is taken at the 10. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. It's a big run there by McCoy. 42 yards on the ground. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And the Redskins have scored again to extend their advantage. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. the first down throw, Watson. Amendola's got it, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and that'll bring up second down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
The Texans on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So he's unable to complete it there. Just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Amendola with a catch. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Boy, just like that, they've got new life.
And the defense still has the advantage, but I know that there's some deflation there. That's why I hurried back to the line of scrimmage and attack them again.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. He's back to throw. And on the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Miller. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. So a collective holding of breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. Here's Rush to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth now in Minneapolis. And it was the Packers able to come away with a victory. A win would be their first of the young season. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Here's Taylor. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now it's Taylor. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
To throw is Taylor. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth now in Minneapolis. And the Vikings able to take home the victory there. A win would be their second on the young season. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Let's go.
One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It's a foot race. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing